Hey guys, this is your favorite pharmacist, and I'm so excited today. I have an amazing person that we get to speak with today. We are always talking about holistic medicine, and y'all very much interested in it. And I said I would have someone that we can talk with because I'm a pharmacist and I deal with the medicinal side and the non-natural side of medicine. But I've always said that I believe in medications, but I also believe in natural ways and lifestyle modifications. So we have this amazing person here. She is a young lady named Kiki, and she owns Nature's Nurture, and it's a holistic care company where she makes her own product. And we're going to get into that. So if y'all have any questions, because I know y'all like to talk about that Cmos, y'all like to talk about that elderberry. So we're going to get into some of that today. So hello, Miss Kiki. How are you today?
Hey, Tish, I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. I am just so excited that you are here. I mean, because these days everyone wants to move away from medicine, and as a pharmacist, I can be seen as the bad guy. But I always say, no, I believe totally in, like I said, lifestyle modifications and natural ways of handling certain disease states or just certain ailments first. And then if all else fails or whatnot, sometimes you can integrate both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, how did you get into Nature's Nurture? How did you, because your background's probably not necessarily with medicine per se, but how did you get into this whole world of wanting to do this?
It came as a just as a thought out of nowhere after the pandemic started, like right at the beginning. My daughter had just had her first birthday, and I found out I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I kind of got scared. I got really nervous because that's when like this was back in 2020, so this was like right at the beginning of everything and everybody losing their minds. So
Right.
I was like, okay, we can't wait on no vaccine. I can't have a 1 year old sick. I can't have me sick because I'm pregnant. So we started, Googling what can help, and we got into colloidal silver. We got into Cmos, elderberry. My mom was originally making Cmos, and she was making it for family and friends. And she was like, "Look, I don't have time for this no more. You want to just take it over? You want to start making Cmos?" And I kept saying, "No, no, no, I don't want to." And she hooked me up with a family friend who actually lives in the Caribbean with her husband, but she's from Detroit, who deep sea dives for our sea moss and gives our volcanic products. So after talking with Missy Lane about everything, I kind of had this like newfound love of
Wow.
herbs and plants.
Right. And I read that on your website. You talk, so your sea moss actually comes from the sea.
Yes, it comes from the sea. Like she'll send me videos of her diving. It comes from the sea around an active volcano, an underwater volcano.
Wow. And then okay, so some of your products are considered, would you say, volcanic, and some are
Yeah.
considered non-volcanic. So we're gonna get into that. So the pandemic born this beautiful concept of nature's nurture. So at
Yes.
first you were like, I'm not really into it, but how did you expand that one CMOS concept into a whole healthcare line?
I think as I just started researching and realizing, okay, this CMOS is really helping me, and then speaking with her about the other products and who she's helping, my family trying out different products, I was just like, okay, so this is really helpful. And it's just like the more I got sucked into it and the more I started learning and reading from the books that I read and the posts that I see, I'm like it's really a lot. So I started off with like 4 products and now I have like 20 because I'm like, okay, well, we got to have this. We got to have this. If we don't got
Right.
this, we got this. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So how many products you have on your line now? So it started off as one thing, and now how many we have now?
We have about 20.
Wow. And you make them all from scratch.
No, I make my sea moss from scratch.
Okay.
My supplier of the volcanic, I know who she is. the other products that aren't considered volcanic or organic, they come from California. So I don't know if I have time to grow all those herbs and make them into powder, but I have a moringa tree, so I'm growing moringa right now.
Okay.
But I just carefully pick. I'm very, very picky about where I get my stuff from. Like there's certain countries I avoid for certain things. I just don't play about it.
Okay. So can you give us a brief like definition of holistic medicine or holistic health? Like what is that when people ask you, well, what does that mean exactly? What does that mean to you? What is your product or holistic health product stand for you?
So to me, that's just the natural healthy way of going about things, and it's also, to me, it's your mindset and it's your manifestations, because if you go get a dandelion root and you're like, this is not going to help me, no, it's not going to help you.
Right,
But
that's
if
true.
you go get the dandelion root and it's, yeah, I'm going to fix my blood pressure with this dandelion, then it's going to fix your blood pressure, because it's all about how you think about things, and it's all about the energy that you put into, you know how you want to feel, and the energy that you put into your body from the herbs and the plants.
Right. I just love how all of this started from, and I'm sorry, I know y'all saying that my everything is a little echoey, so I am so sorry. I have a comment says, can she please explain what all products she has and what they good for? That's what we gonna get to it, honey. I told you they hungry for it. Yeah, slow down, slow your roll. CJOJ said, I'm not sure if you see the comment, said, I just got some moringa powder. All right, well, once that run out, get some more from Nature's Nurture. I've looked at a lot of different people because I know y'all wanted these products. I know y'all wanted to hear about it. And as a pharmacist, I really combed through a lot of different people, and she was the one. I don't know. This is you just set well with me, and a
I
true
appreciate
professional.
that.
I love your website. Everything is just clean and streamlined. And what I love too, I think what caught my eye was the disclaimer at the end of it. I mean, other people have disclaimers, but you're a true professional. And I know when you're handling medications and stuff, you want a
Mhm.
certain notch of purity involved. And I can tell that you have that top notch purity when it comes to your products and stuff of that nature. So that's what
Thank
people
you.
need to look for. Yes, definitely. So okay, so let's start the products. Let's start with CMOS. I'm a pharmacist, and unfortunately, I'm not really familiar with the CMOS, but I know a lot of people love it. I see it even advertised on Tasha K. But what is CMOS about?
So CMOS is it's just becoming popular because of the pandemic. Everybody's
Mhm.
catching on to it. It's basically a seaweed that grows underground. I mean underwater, and it has like 92 of 102 vitamins and minerals that our body needs to function and thrive. A lot of our foods are lacking those vitamins and minerals. So, you supplement it with sea moss. It just makes a lot of people better. It helps with so many ailments, so many like um, aches and pains and little stuff that people go through.
So out of 102 vitamins and minerals we actually need for our bodies that we have a deficit in, and a lot of them, the CMOS has 92 of it.
Yes.
So basically, and I know a lot of times our bodies have certain receptors and stuff, and when we do take stuff like natural products, our body just absorbs it. It just is greedy for it, and it
Hmm.
really does help y'all. Because I've done holistic medicine before, and because our body hasn't been used to it or even have it, once you start taking it, it's just a big glow to your body. It's absolutely
Hmm.
amazing. So
Hmm.
I didn't know it was that beefed up. So they use it for what things that can do from your perspective that people use it for, that you've heard of rather, or that you know of.
So it's good for a lot of things. It's an anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. It's good for like arthritis. It's good for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar. It's good for energy. Like if I wake up and I'm having
Mhm.
a slow day because my kids were up all night or something, I have to take
Right.
some sea moss to get it back together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good for pretty much everything.
Okay. And a lot of times people like, well, that doesn't make sense. How can one thing help for so many things? But y'all don't understand how, like you said earlier, we don't have a lot of nutrients in our food that we should, or
Exactly.
if it does, our foods are so packed with preservatives, or when we
Hmm.
cook our food, we may cook away,
All
burn
the
out
nutrients.
all the nutrients, and so we need replenishment. And what was it about the pandemic again that was, that made people have a thirst and a knowledge for holistic medicine versus, why not wait for the vaccine, or why not wait, to get sick, and why not get a vitamin? What was the thirst about? Why people? What was about the pandemic that made people like, we need to do something different with our health?
I can't speak for everyone, but I know for me it was okay. I know that God, whoever you guys believe in the universe, I know that we didn't get put here on earth without something that could help us. I know we weren't put here without the tools we needed to survive and
Right.
thrive. So I knew it was something out there that could help us, that can help our immune system, that can help us fight what we need to fight. And this isn't a new thing in the Caribbean and in other countries. They take it all the
True.
time. It's just now getting over to America, you know?
That's true because everything is. I mean, I'm gonna be bold enough to say everything is about big pharma.
Exactly.
So a lot of. I mean, like I said, I've personally done holistic medicines on certain ailments. Serious ailments, easily taken care of, stuff that
Hmm.
medicine could not handle in years and years in time. Janice said, "I love her mango sea moss." So how does the sea moss come? Is it like a capsule? Is it a liquid, or how does it come as?
Okay, so I don't want to shoot anyone down that does CMOS a certain way,
Well, yeah, how do
but
you do it? Yeah.
yeah, so CMOS in my way, the best way is to have it in
Okay,
gel
yeah.
form only, gel. So you take the raw CMOS, you clean it a bunch of times, you soak it, you blend it up into a gel, and yeah, I add fruit to make it the taste more desirable because some people don't like the taste of sea moss, which it really doesn't have a taste,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't like the taste, so I add mangoes or whatever for added benefits too, because the fruits also have benefits.
All right, okay. And so when you say a gel, what do you like? Do you squeeze it, or like you drink it, or how does it work? Because when I
So
think of a
you
gel,
just
I think of a topical, or I think of sometimes you can squeeze a gel in your mouth and have it sublingual, or how do you is it by mouth?
yeah, it's by mouth and you take it on a spoon. So think of the
Okay.
consistency of jelly, like if you got some grape
Oh,
jelly, yeah,
okay.
it's that, and you just take a heaping tablespoon and you just take it. Some people can put it in smoothies, you can put it in tea, it'll melt. Like
Okay. And how many do you need of that? You need like 1 tablespoon
you just need
daily?
1 tablespoon a day. If you want
Okay.
to, if you're feeling really bad or you got sick, you can detox with 2 tablespoons a day. But it's really high in iodine, so it's not recommended to take too much because you can overdose on it.
Okay. So no more than 2 tablespoons. So that's pretty cool. So you actually get it, you do however you do to make it, and then you add some fruit to it for taste. And it comes in
Hmm.
a like a jelly-like form. You just do a tablespoon of that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So y'all heard that out of the 102 vitamins and minerals that your body needs, CMOS has 92 of it. So
Hmm.
that's pretty cool. And then you have it in different flavors. Hey, Blind got his wife there live. Hey there, everyone. Hold on, let me see if I can go this, put this out there. I heard anti-inflammatory and a bunch of other anti-inflammatory to help us. Yep.
Hmm.
Hold on, they just saying hello. See if any questions I'm missing now. And like you said, that all of the other places, they, like the Dominican and islands, they do it. That's true. All big in the Caribbean, and they're healthy. Their rate of dying is not, you know, is it, I mean, us here, in other words, they're doing well. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah. It
say.
was I think it was sometime earlier this year, and I talked to my supplier, and over there where she is, she said it was only 2 people that were sick and they were tourists.
Wow. Okay. Oh yeah. You know what? We haven't really been hearing anything about much about the pandemic over there, right? When you
Mm-mm.
think about it,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So yeah, notice that, right? I mean, we hear about all the Italy, all over India, every place we're having issues with, during this turbulent time. But the islands have been pretty quiet.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
I have to give it. I have to do that.
Right.
That is a really good point. It has been, yeah, because they harvesting all that sea moss and whipping it up, all that seaweed and whipping it up. I love
Yeah.
holistic and naturopathic medicine. Yes. Hey, Adrian, thank you for coming. Hey, Lily, thank you for checking us out. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please ask. You eating jelly? Yes. Trash can ways. You meet my brother. Let me see if any other questions. I added sea moss to soups, to oatmeal, to smoothies. Also, I had it in capsules. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, how do other people do this? Just out of curiosity, how else do they do it? There's sea
You
moss.
they do it in gummies and then they do it in the capsules. So the
Okay.
capsules you probably have to take more to get the same dosage from a jelly. And the gummies, no, just please don't get the gummies. Don't get the gummies. It's not natural at all.
Oh, okay. So it kind of kills the whole point of it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also never mix your sea moss with dairy. It kills everything in it. Do not mix it in yogurt, in the milk. Don't mix it with dairy.
Now that's a good point because when you say smoothie, some people may add almond milk.
Hmm.
Some people might add, milk or whatever, or however they do smoothies. So that's a really good point. So you're saying that the sea moss may bind with dairy products and make it inactive. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's something like they said. It
Okay.
just it just makes it nothing anymore.
Right. So it makes it a non-functional product, basically. So
Product, yes.
yeah. So y'all. Okay. Is that something that you learn once you buy the product, or how would you know that? Is that something that comes with some paperwork once you get the product, or this is something we can learn like at moments like this?
I don't know because some people who sell CMOS, they don't know that. I know it from my supplier. So,
Oh, okay,
out
gotcha.
there. So I have it on my website on the how to use page. I put do not mix with
Oh,
dairy.
okay. Okay, so whenever y'all get if y'all any one of y'all who get y'all her product, look on how to use page, and that would definitely that will give y'all more perspective on using it. So not with dairy. Hey Kay, how you doing, hon?
Hey, sweetie. Whew, struggle. Go ahead.
You say question, Adrian Ash, what if I brew you come over here? Okay, I don't know what's going on here with that. Do you know much about maca? Okay, before we get into all of that, before we get into that, go ahead and do give us some of your products and what they're good for. Your top products or whatever you want to share with us.
So I guess it is cold and flu season. Um, One of the top products for that is Corella, and our
Oh,
Corella is volcanic. A lot of people don't know about this product, but it's like very, very good for your respiratory system. And it's
okay.
also antiviral, if you get where I'm going. It's antiviral and good for your respiratory system. That's
Now,
what we've been living on
let me ask
this
you
whole
this,
pandemic.
Corella. Corella. Well, how do you spell that?
Karela.
Okay, so Corella, and what is it good for again? And so it has antiviral properties, and what else you said?
Yeah, it's good for the respiratory system and it also acts as insulin.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
Corella, and so a lot of people are really into that.
Yeah, I'm saying that this is one of the top products on my website that people don't know about. Like a lot
Okay,
of people don't know about.
okay.
They don't know
Well,
how helpful it is for real.
all right. Okay, so y'all. Okay, so the number one top thing is the Corella. All right. Let me see. She also have a herb called mullein.
Mullen,
All
yeah.
right. It's good for asthma. My son takes it twice a day for his asthma, and he haven't had to use his asthma inhaler. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Mullen
before
is the next one.
yeah, so before we get into all of that, we will put a disclaimer out. This is information purposes only. I'm a pharmacist. She's an herbalist, but this is for information only. Any concerns or cares you have, take it to your medical doctor. But just enjoy the show, and this is for informational purposes only. But
Yes.
back to the Corella. Okay, so that has antiviral and other properties. So Janice, from her experience and her perspective, is for asthma. So what is that? What is mullein?
Mullein is another good respiratory plant. Mullein is good to take as a tea, and you can also smoke it.
Okay.
It's super good for your lungs. You take it for like if you have COPD, if you have asthma, if you just feel like that your lungs are inflamed or your lungs will fill with mucus, or
Okay.
coughing up a lot of mucus, it'll help clear that out. It helps, with this anti-inflammatory, but the anti-inflammatory properties go towards the lungs.
Okay, so the mullein helps with anti-inflammatory action. Okay, and
Mhm.
so she was saying that she is good for asthma. My son takes it twice a day for his asthma, and he hasn't had to use his inhaler. That is absolutely amazing. I believe it. I'm a
Yeah.
pharmacist, but I absolutely positively believe it because our bodies first, like you said, God didn't put us on this earth just to leave us, just to not have to figure
Yeah.
everything out. Everything
Yeah.
is here for us, either naturally, which is the best way, or from a way of, God made man and man didn't make medicine, but natural is the first, should be the first stop.
Mhm.
You said, do you know much about make maca, looking for things
For
for
PCOS.
PCOS? Yeah, so what's maca about? A maca, a maca?
So maca it's a herb. It's called maca root. She's
Mhm.
right. It's on the list too. It's kind of slept on. It's for reproductive health. So it balances your hormones if you have like PCOS or if you have any other kind of reproductive issues. It increases fertility. It increases sex drive in men and women.
Oh,
It
really?
increases libido. It increases sperm motility, your energy, your mood. Like if you have anxiety or depression or anything like that, it's called an aphrodisiac, and it really works. It really
Oh,
works.
wow.
I've
Okay.
had I've had I've had about 3 or 4 people get pregnant. I can't put everyone's business out, but there's
Right.
one video on my Instagram that she was willing to share her story. I have it on
Okay.
my Instagram TV. She was willing to tell her story. It's my best friend. I sent it to her as a joke. She thought she couldn't get pregnant. She's about to have her baby in like a week.
Oh, wow. And how long has she been using it, did she say?
She had only used it about twice, but she had been taking my Cmos for a while. So like
So her body, so that, and a lot of times y'all don't understand, like our bodies is so full with inflammation, and so
yes,
when
yes.
and so when we take these natural products, it's like a nice cooling, calming of all the firing off and all the inflammatory actions that's going on in our body. So, and these things are natural, and when we have inflammation, a lot of times it's from a deficit from not getting the proper nutrients and the things our
Hmm.
body needs.
Hmm.
So it basically does. So the maca basically, so the CMOS laid down a foundation more likely, got the
Yep.
body at a we call a homeostatic phase, a state,
Hmm.
and then that maca went on and did what it do.
Exactly. Did what it had to do.
All right, y'all, all y'all fertile women out there, don't, leave that alone, all y'all
Yeah.
fertile chicks. That's for old hags like me that want to play around and have one more baby because they're bored and they're tired of their dogs. So, does it? How does it help with menopause?
Yes, it does because it helps balance your hormones. It does.
Okay, I'm not there yet, but I might check it out. Anyway, let's see. Any other questions? Okay, look like that's it for right now. Okay, so what other products that people sleep on?
Moringa.
Moringa.
Somebody said they bought moringa in
Yeah,
the
moringa powder.
messages. Yeah, so I have moringa powder. That is like the top superfood. They talk about the green superfoods. That is the
Right.
top one. I wrote down some notes like 6 times the antioxidants of goji berries, 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, 4 times more calcium than milk, 3 times more potassium than bananas. It helps with type 2 diabetes. It helps with your blood sugar. It balances your hormones, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, infections. It's good for your skin. It helps boost
Ooh,
collagen. Every single
ooh.
thing. This is the one that I would. Maca is good for your hormones as well, but moringa, especially in menopausal women, if you're having hot flashes, just drink you a moringa tea, or put it in some water really quick. You can shake it up in water, and you're gonna be good.
Does it
Wow.
have a taste?
Nah, It tastes like are you familiar with chlorophyll or chlorella? It has like a greeny leafy taste. Like if you were to eat a green smoothie, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Let me see. Adrian says, I'm sipping my moringa latte, coconut milk, moringa powder, honey froth with the immersion blender. Oh, Adrian, you
Oh.
are for real, for real. What's she talking about, Miss Kiki? What she talking about? What's going on with you? What's she doing?
No, she's just saying that she put moringa in her latte.
Okay, wow, okay. And so it comes as a powder, and what other dosage forms does it come in?
You can get I only sell powders on my website except for the black seed oil, but you can get it in the like leaf form,
Okay,
and you can get pills if somebody puts it in capsules.
okay. And I think now, what was the one you say that the Morella? That's the one you can smoke. You said
Mullen. You can smoke it.
Mullen.
Yes,
Okay, and
yes.
someone has smoke it
Hold
like
on. How do you smoke it? Like, are we putting it in wrapping papers? I mean, what are we doing? How we smoking it? I'm just asking for a friend.
Well, I'm really against like cigars and stuff. So I was smoking in papers, or I was smoking out of a bong or a bowl or something like that.
okay, and I can see how it can get into the alveoli in your lungs, and
Hmm.
probably all that inflammation that's going on, just calm it down. So like all of these holistic products, this brings a lot of calmness and peace to the body, because with the environment and with everything that's going on, it's so much chaos, and it throws our body in chaos, and that's why we have so many elements, I believe. But it seems like it
Yeah.
just the product just bring it to a nice resolve. Hey guys,
Hmm.
thanks for being here. What about natural gut health suggestions for ongoing maintenance? So, do you have anything for, because all our immunity is in our gut.
Yeah, so Cmos is good for gut health.
Mm,
I also have volcanic turmeric, and that's really, really, really good for gut health and inflammation.
mm.
Chlorella, that's on my website, is good for gut health. It is super good for your digestion. I can't, I can't, I can't speak on chlorella enough. Like if you put just a little bit in your water, you're going to go to the bathroom like
Mm.
3, 4 times a day. It makes your stomach so flat. It's like a natural detox, and it's also called the internal deodorant. It helps you smell like not smell stinky when you sweat.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good. Adrian says chlorella is rich in iron and can prevent iron deficiency and anemia. Have you heard of that,
Hmm.
Ms. Kiki?
Yes, it's super rich in iron.
Okay. CJO say, hot dang, I need some maca roots. Honey, we gonna be hitting you up. He said, yeah, my baby life said, oh, I like everything about what you said about maca except the fertility part, honey.
Okay, I don't need none of that in my life either.
Okay, but my baby life, you don't want to pop up with a surprise old lady baby. Everyone thinks it's so funny when we have an old lady baby.
No, that ain't even cute. Gray hairs and pregnancy don't go together.
I didn't say it was cute. I said they think it's funny. He said, is Corella same as chlorella?
No, so Chlorella is the antiviral for the respiratory. Chlorella is more of the detox. Chlorella is darker green, and chlorella is more like leafy green.
Okay, so the chlorella probably comes from chlorophyll.
Yes. So I
Okay.
I like to have I like to have powders so people can easily mix it and dissolve it into stuff. I wanted to
Oh,
make it as easy as possible. So I have the powders, and chlorophyll is the liquid version.
okay. Right. So you can get different, and you can mix them together and make your own formulation, you're saying?
Yeah, my dad, he's 50, and he goes to the gym every morning, and every morning he makes like this crazy protein shake with pretty much every one of my products, like, and you can't
Wow.
tell him he's not Superman.
Okay, I bet so. All that walking around with zero inflammation. You say
Okay.
I'm all about not being inflamed. Yep. Yeah, our bodies. Yeah, I mean, even like you ever notice like when your stomach hurts, also your mood is terrible. Like our immunity is in our gut. It is so important. I'm sorry, Kay. Oh, okay. She muted herself. Never mind. Is immunity is in that house, so it's so important for a healthy gut because that's how well everything is centered immunity wise.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, so what are your other products then?
So I have Dandelion Root that has
Oh, yeah,
came
what is
out
that
recently.
about? Yeah, what's a dandelion root? 'Cause I see it in the vitamin section sometimes, but what is that about?
That's that's like it went viral recently about dandelion root, so I looked it up, and it's good for pretty much everything as well. It's up there with moringa, and
Okay,
the point of it was people tried to, or they try to make it seem like it's a weed when you can really take it out the ground,
right,
clean it, and
and
eat
chop
it.
it.
It's like highly nutritious. It's up there with moringa. It
Okay,
helps with pretty much everything as well. Um,
so it's like a CMOS type deal, or it doesn't have a target point, or what is it?
let's see. It's more like a sea moss deal. It's nutrient dense. It has antioxidants for immune support. It helps fight cancers. It helps with weight loss, blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol as well. And it's good for your liver.
Okay, I
And
need
it's
to
in a
get.
little.
They really bugging me about your website, honey. We about to blow up your website, huh? Because you done said the magic word, and magic word is flat belly, honey. Okay, you done said the magic word. Adrian said moringa is so good for you, and my looking
Yeah.
like the old moringa. Hey, Friendsgiving, thank you for coming. Hey, good info. Never knew moringa had all those benefits. Me either. I'm a pharmacist. Like you said, it's just so much stuff that comes out and it's hard to
Hmm.
keep up with what's what. So I'm so glad you're here to kind of break down everything. And I'm gonna share her website, guys. So don't worry, I'm gonna share her website. Actually, let me go ahead and start doing it now. Um, let me see. So I'm gonna have it strolling while we get this done. Okay. So what is your website?
It's just www.naturesnurtures.com. Like my
Nature.
shirt.
Okay, nature nurtures.
Nature's S at both ends.
Okay, let me nature, nature's nurture, NURTURES.com.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me do this so I can scroll at the bottom while we talk. Um, www. Let's see. All right. All right. Let me know if I did that right or wrong so I can fix it. Um,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so y'all definitely check out her website because, like I said, I checked out a lot of different holistic people who make products, and she was the one I was harassing. I had to have, we just had, because it's so much stuff that's out there, and you just don't want someone that's coming and just telling a bunch of confusing information. So I got the website, y'all, so I can freeze it in a minute so y'all can really get to it. There's all this www.natures, with an S on the end, nurtures.com. So check out her website. Someone said, okay, someone else said, something else. Let me see. Flat stomach, so chlorella. Someone's asking about chloroform, but that's something different, right? That's something else.
Yeah,
Chloroform. Yeah,
I'm not
that's
really
no,
familiar with that.
that's they being crazy right now. I made a broke girl. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Info. Okay, what else is a good product, hon? I'm sorry, I'm just going through the comments, make sure no questions are missing.
Let's see what else I have. So I have bladderwrack and burdock root as well. So you remember when we were talking about the CMOS and the 92 of 102?
Yeah.
Those three, bladderwrack, burdock, and CMOS are considered the like holy trinity. And if you take all three a day, you have all 102 vitamins and minerals that you need.
Okay, so sea moss plus what is it called?
Bladderwrack, it's another underwater seaweed, and then burdock root is a root from a tree, and
Okay.
yeah, so all three of those together, a lot of people take it and they call it the Holy Trinity, and that gives you every vitamin and mineral that you need.
Wow. Does it have any other its own identity what it's good for, or is it something that you would take along with the sea moss?
Yeah, you could take it by itself, especially burdock root. Burdock root is more is a little different. Bladderwrack is really similar to Cmos. Burdock root is good for your skin. Like if you have eczema or psoriasis or something, you can
Okay.
make a paste and put it on your skin. It also cleanses the blood. It protects against free radicals.
Okay. Let me see. I believe it's the same thing for clarification. Dandelion is good for detoxification, I understand. Are you familiar
Mhm.
with the liver detoxification? Why is that? Why people be worrying about their liver being detoxified? I mean, what is going on? What have you heard?
A lot of people that only, they just drink a lot, then they want to detox. That's the most that I've heard about it. Or if they have
Right.
like any certain diseases. A lot of people, they can't say every single thing that's going on with them because I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell them. And then they
Right.
they say, okay, well, Kiki said that I can get,
Okay.
you know.
Right. Trust me, I know how that goes.
So the questions will be like, what's good for your liver? What's good for this? And they don't
Mhm.
tell me exactly the disease.
Right, gotcha. And it's like that's yeah, I just tell you one thing and you go with it. So let me ask you this. So what's the difference between because on your website and what you mentioned about volcanic item holistic medicine and then non-volcanic. So what's do they have like different properties or what's the thing with the volcanic holistic meds versus the non volcanic?
So I'm going to actually put the article on my website tonight about the volcanic. So,
Mm-hmm.
so when I say volcanic, it means that it was grown on the island with active volcanoes that erupt a lot. So it's said over there that when the volcano erupts, it shakes up the soil, and the ashes mixed with the soil are infused with like copper, zinc, gold, diamond, silver, and other kind of minerals that we need in our
Okay.
body as well. So when the moringa tree grows and when the turmeric grows, then it has the zinc and copper and everything that the volcano triggered.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
So
So they're
those
supposed to be more potent than the other one. So it's not the same turmeric that you're gonna get from the grocery store. it's
Oh,
not
so
it's not
the
the same
potent.
moringa that you're gonna get from Amazon and stuff.
Yeah, so have y'all noticed though, and the ones who just coming into the chat and everything, have y'all noticed that the islands have been pretty quiet during this pandemic? You know, like places like, I mean, even like Haiti, they have all these other issues going on, but you haven't been hearing about the pandemic really sweeping through and having a hard. I mean, is that just me? Or, Dominican Republic, all these other islands, you really don't you're not hearing that much about what about you, Kay? Have you heard about all these small islands having
I
issues with
can have
hello? I can't we can hear you.
and
Hello. No, it sounds really robotic.
okay, hold on.
Okay. Anyway, let me see. Zach Pettigrew said, I put the Trinity, I put the Trinity in my smoothie every day. Okay. So I guess that's one of your clients. Okay.
That's my dad. I was just talking about.
Oh, let me see. Traction wave. I'll turn. Okay, I don't know what these. You say you gotta see what's going on sometime in the chat. How are you doing today? Thank you, Poppy. Hi. If you have any questions about looking talking about holistic medicine. And the number one is that CMOS that we took for granted, but it has 92% of the 102% of the items that we need.
Mhm.
Um, so that's really good. Her website is scrolling at the bottom is www.naturesnurtures.com. So it has the S on both of those words and check her out. Y'all, I already vetted. I already went through a lot of different websites. I looked through a lot of different holistic medicine people, and she's the one. She's the one, guys. So whenever y'all choose products, go to her website, guys. Even on the replay, y'all make sure and go to her website because you want somebody that's going to handle your product with purity and who can vet vendors who will have a high purity standpoint. And so make sure and check her out. Let's see. let's see. Can I take internally to miliary hyper? Okay, so do you have anything for hyperpigmentation? Someone's asking.
The turmeric. That's basically it's
Oh
so
yeah,
yeah,
I
the
heard about that.
anti-inflammatory. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
You
so
can
how,
take the turmeric.
is it topical or how does it work?
You can take it internally and topical. It helps both ways. Like even if you take it internally, it's gonna help the external. But I have my two kids, and I'll get what they call like mom wrist or mother's wrist or something like that. And
Okay.
my knees will start hurting really bad. Like I have arthritis at my young age. So
Uh-huh.
I'll drink a drink, and I put half pineapple, half orange juice, and I put a teaspoon of turmeric, and then I squeeze a lemon in there, and I'm good pretty much by the end of the day. So
Wow.
you could just make it in a drink because turmeric has like a taste like a spice, but it's bearable if you mix it with that, especially pineapple juice, because pineapple juice is really good for you.
Right. And I love how you mentioned like asthma. As African Americans, y'all don't understand how many times I see at the pharmacy where our skin is absolutely beautiful, but a lot of the kids have like look like burn victims. You
Hmm.
know, so what you say that can and that's nothing but inflammation. That is
Yeah, it
nothing
really
but
isn't.
internal inflammation. And I hate to say, whenever people come to me about some eczema, I get a little impatient because it's something that definitely can be taken care of. It's just you go to the dermatologist, you get a lot of hemming and hawing. You try all these expensive products, it doesn't work. But a lot of times, I think most of the time, that eczema starts from the inside and comes out. So
Hmm.
what can be good for that? You said.
So the turmeric and also the burdock root. So the burdock root, you would apply that one topically. So I would do something like coconut oil, mix
Okay.
coconut oil with some burdock root, and put some maybe some what is the oil? Not olive oil, aloe oil, I think it
Oh,
is.
aloe. Okay. Uh huh.
Yeah, you would just mix it together and make it into some kind of paste or cream or oil and apply that topically.
Okay, so you have your products a lot of times as powders, and basically you can make it as a smoothie or take it orally, or you can make it into some kind of topical paste. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, so I wanted it to be able to be made into whatever it needs to be made in. I want people to be able to mix it in their drinks, just stir it around, to make a tea with it, to make a paste with it, to put it in a smoothie. Like I didn't want anything where it's, oh, I just sell teas and you got to drink tea. Because what if people don't drink tea? You know?
Right. Yeah, I'm not a tea drinker.
Yeah.
You say minerals are good for your body. Yeah. I mean, we have a deficit. That's why our body's full of inflammation. Understood the island of Hispaniola, Haiti, and Dominican Republic is quite isolated. I wonder what do you mean? What you mean? What do you mean by that? Like in a good way, bad way? Okay, guys, I'm on your site. How do I use the CMOS? I'm eyeing the pineapple, for instance.
You just take a tablespoon and you just take it by mouth. It's best to take it first thing in the morning before you eat anything on an empty stomach. It comes in a gel form that's kind of like jelly or yeah,
No,
jelly
it's
or
like jelly.
jello.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and you just put
Right.
it on the spoon and take it.
Okay, and you do a 1 tablespoon of it, my vivid life. So you do, if you're in a real deficit, you could start off maybe with 2 tablespoons, you're saying. But for a
Yeah.
maintenance daily dose, if you're everything is cool and you're just trying to be better, then do 1 tablespoon of the sea moss daily in the morning. And
Hmm.
do not mix it with dairy because there is a possible interaction between the sea moss and the dairy. And what it does, the dairy binds with the CMOS and make it inactive, and you don't get any of the benefits of it. So make sure y'all check. Remember that. Not so whenever you make your smoothies, no almond milk. Is almond milk dairy?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So use the almond milk. That's the whole. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
I said no almond milk, but that's the whole point of almond milk.
Yeah.
So whatever dairy, if I say something crazy, please correct me, okay? Because I'm kind of local. Let me say, I'm a third world baby, so we eat raw sea moss for immunity boost. Dissolve any tumors and keep your went for a second. Okay, okay, what can I say? UT Street, thank you for coming. Sea moss is for men. Apologies, I was behind on the stream again. Okay. When and where was the company started?
I started in January of this year.
Mm.
And I am in the Atlanta area, so I'm in the Metro Atlanta area.
Oh, so that's where like all of the YouTube, all of the big stars like Tasha K, the lead attorney, all of them, they in the Atlanta area. So that's cool. Okay, so make sure
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure to hit up the lead attorney because he's into big time health. Yeah, so that's amazing. So you just started and you already have so much going on. So that's how much people really want this stuff. So that's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. Thanks, and you're welcome for the sneak peek. Can you type the website, please? I wanted. Yeah, the website is scrolling at the bottom, guys. Let me see. What made you start doing health things? So I think Unique View came in after that, but can you explain that again? What made you start getting to the health world?
Okay, so long story short, the pandemic happened and I found out I was pregnant and my firstborn had just turned one. So I just I just said I have to figure out what I can do because my kids cannot get sick. So once I started looking up one thing, I got in contact with my supplier and then I just started adding things. And the more I go down the rabbit hole, the more I find stuff, the more books I read, the more I find stuff. So it's basically just adding on and adding on and adding on and adding on and adding
Right. And he also asks, who are your greatest influences in the health industry before and now?
on.
Well, your mom, right?
Yeah, I mean, my mom was making the Cmos, so she's the one that made me. I ain't gonna say made me start, but she pushed me to start
Right,
because of how
inspired
good it was
you.
going. But I will say that I've always been a girl like I hate taking pills. I
Mm,
hate medicine. I will go to the hospital and they will prescribe me medicine. I'd be like, I'm good. And so
right.
I I don't really do that. I had both of my babies naturally. I don't really like medicine. Uh,
You didn't do the epidural?
no man, no man,
Whoa,
no man.
whoa, whoa. Okay. And you did that twice. A lot of times women will do that the first time, but that second time they're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're gonna get the epidural. Okay, so you in it to win it. This holistic lifestyle, you in it to win it.
Yeah, so I've basically always been like that, and I've always been a fan of Dr. Sebi. So I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say, I'm not gonna say I'm a true follower of Dr. Sebi just because I'm still starting out and I'm still in the beginning. So I know what he's all about, but I feel like I have to take one step at a time because he's alkaline everything, and I'm
Right.
like, just let me get here first before I get there. But with his teachings, I know that our body needs to be alkaline. I know that a lot of stuff we eat is not good for us. I know that a herb can cure pretty much everything. I
Right.
really believe in CMOS. I believe in black seed oil. So at the end of the day, I believe in him, but I'm not a true Dr. Severy, go hard, alkaline, everything. Know this, know that, you know.
Right. So black seed oil, what is that about? I see that a lot. I even think Johnny Blaze, when she was having one of her YouTube meltdowns or Instagram meltdowns, she was talking about how she suggested black seed oil for one of her friends with cancer, and they were cured, and they never properly thanked her for it or something. When it comes to cancer, I don't get involved any of that. But what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
black
yeah.
seed? Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that's what Johnny Blaze says. I'm trying to bring in some trending topics in the mix. But what is black seed all about? What is it about? What's the big rave about with it?
So black seed oil, it's supposed to cure everything but death. That's the quote around it. It cures everything but death. So if you have like autoimmune disease, inflammatory diseases, it's even said to help herpes go away.
Wow.
It's
All
it,
right, guys. All right, trash can waves. You heard that, Mr.
so
I'm
it's
just
said
joking.
to get rid of a lot, and like she said, yes, people with cancer have taken it. It is strong, like it's strong. I've taken it. I have a lot of herbs, so it's hard for me to keep up. But I've taken it a couple of times. It's rough because I tried to find the strongest, unrefined, untouched, rawest black seed
Right.
oil that I could find. It's a lot, but you only take a teaspoon of it a day, and it's supposed to reverse any health conditions that you have, like any health conditions.
Right, but the taste is amazing, like amazingly terrible, right?
Yeah, amazingly terrible. Hmm.
It was like, wow.
Yeah.
He said, blind guy, his wife realized I had three daughters naturally too. It's faster, and you don't have back pains later in life. You know what? Is that why
Yep.
I have my back pains? You see, gangsta with the childbirth, exactly. Let's
Hmm.
see, no herpes. That's scary. That's a scary one. I know. What is your best selling product?
It would have to be between the Cmos and the maca root.
Okay. Wow. Let's see. So but drop for medical.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Information. Yeah, all this information, actually, the medical doctor, we just give it information. It's a free country
Hmm.
to do that. And we must not forget about good old ginger and cinnamon. Both of those have been known to be good for use for centuries. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what are your other products you have? So what are your top? So I think we went through like four products.
We
The
went
four,
through, yeah,
four
we
or
went through
five.
5 or 6.
Uh-huh. And so it's another one that's like people just that people don't know about. And you want to really let people know. Listen, this is the truth.
There's one called lemon balm. It's
Lemon balm. Okay.
Yeah, it's good for basically anxiety, depression, your
Oh.
mood. If you have like insomnia or you sleep too long, I would personally, I sent out an email and I was telling everybody about seasonal depression, which I suffer from that a lot because we need
Mhm.
vitamin D. We Black people need vitamin D.
Right, we
So,
do. So hold up.
yeah.
Black people, we need vitamin D. We have a natural a deficit of vitamin D in some cases. So, and I know like Tyler Perry was really getting on the African American community about, during the pandemic and why we probably were having extra difficulty because of the lack of vitamin D. Okay, with that being said, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a lot, and that's what they said about the, pandemic as well too, that a lot of people weren't lasting, weren't surviving COVID because they had a vitamin D deficiency. They tell us to ramp up on vitamin C, but it's really D, guys. It's
Right.
D.
It really is, yeah. I mean, whenever someone comes to the pharmacy, that's what I always say. Listen, get your, a multivitamin is cool, but if you get a multivitamin, go ahead and get that vitamin D as well. Vitamin B12 is cool, but I really love my vitamin D. I cannot do my day without taking vitamin D. So
Hmm.
always keep that in mind. And yeah, cinnamon and ginger, they're good, but they're not like the sea moss or the maca root or, whatever those things are because those are giving you more of the nutrients and a lot of times too, it seems like that cinnamon is a little, the efficacy is really, really dicey.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess you can say that about almost anything. Let me see. You're interested in YouTube. Well, I'm a pharmacist, so I can talk about it. It's okay. I have like a certification to do stuff. Um, Eclipta, on the other hand, tastes like death, in my opinion. What's a Eclipta? You ever heard of a Eclipta?
No, I don't see the trying to see if I can see it.
Yeah, Adrian's really all on all of this.
Oh no, I have never seen that one.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Okay, so any other while we bring before we bring it to a close, any other your products that you would like to share with us and let us know what's going on with it?
I also have ashwagandha. It's basically goes hand in
Yeah,
hand with lemon balm. It's very good for your mood and your depression and anything. So if you, like I said, if you deal with seasonal depression, it just helps you stay awake and get your energy back. It's also aphrodisiac too, but it's more
right,
in men
right.
than
Okay,
women.
so that's why it didn't work for me. I mean, even though I don't need that, but
Yeah, it's more
I
for
don't have
men.
a man, so I don't need to be running around being extra hyped up. But my mom's probably watches so I have to word that carefully. But so what was the other product that also gives the woman the libido, the gorilla, or what was
The
it?
maca root, maca
Macaroon,
root.
macaroon. Okay, I'm a terrible pharmacist. I'm just terrible. I can't keep nothing in my little head.
It's okay.
If it doesn't have like 26 letters to it, I can't comprehend it. I can't keep up with it. Uh, okay, so the lemon balm is really good, and along with the ashwagandha is really good for like seasonal depression. And a lot of times when you're depressed and you have anxiety, that drains you. So if you have
Mhm.
and you don't sleep, even though you are wore out and you're tired, you don't have any energy. So once you get your mood in check and feeling better, once you get the nutrients and the vitamins that you need, that your body is craving, then you can be more prepared to handle whatever life brings, and even go beyond. You can actually be of service, once your mood is better. So I love that lemon balm that you mentioned, and the ashwagandha.
Hmm.
And those two you take together, or just one or the other? You're saying?
You could take both. Anything that I have can be taken like simultaneously. I wouldn't take like Cmos and black seed oil, or if you take the Holy Trinity and black seed oil, because they both pretty much do the same thing.
Okay, yeah. So that's good. She's good. She can say get the whole gamut of it, and we'll just be buying everything. But she's not saying that, so that's good. So you asked what's good for mental health, but I think we already
Yeah,
mentioned that the lemon balm is
lip
good for
balm and
mental health, and the ashwagandha.
ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha, I can't say it right. Another excellent, and y'all, we're about to wrap up. So if you have any questions, hurry getting in because she has other things. She has amazing things to be doing. Another excellent thing is the orange. Oh, don't get me wrong, this is amazing, guys. Y'all are amazing, but she got to keep it churning so we can stay healthy. Another excellent thing is orange peel. Dry the peel of an orange. It is. Let's see. It is good to combat halitosis, and it's also good for dealing with stomach ache. Okay, I did not.
Mm.
There's so much stuff out there, and this is just for informational purposes only. Let me see. I'm trying to get real info. Let's see what else be people talking about. Recall that I've been managing fibroids. Eclipta. Let me see. Eclipta is said to stop heavy bleeding, like if you
Yeah, that's
get
good.
a serious cut. Okay, never heard
Oh,
of it. It's so much. This
yeah,
is so much stuff. I
it
mean,
really is.
we be taking for granted that we know everything under the sun, but we really don't. We really, really don't. Let me see. And stress reliever. What's good for a stress reliever? Is it still the
Yeah,
ashwagandha?
it would still
Uh,
be the ashwagandha, the lemon balm, and the maca root.
okay, yeah. So maca root, ashwagandha, and a lemon balm. Those are under the umbrella of
Of
mental
mental health, yes.
Mental health, yeah, for informational purposes only.
Hmm.
Let's see. He's talking about boil the dry orange, peel until the water is at least slightly orange in color. Ironically, we buy it in the orange people tea. Not sure what that means, but yeah.
Hmm.
All right, y'all have any last questions before we about to head out? Y'all make sure and check out her website. Any other information about her products will be on the website, like how to take it, what they're good for. So was just an overview. I know that we were all really interested to learn about the holistic side of medicine. And with cough and cold. Oh, what about elderberry? Let's talk about this. That's something good to take for cough and cold season that's coming up, correct?
Yes, you can take elderberry. You can also mix elderberry and your sea moss. I have it in powder form, and I also have elderberry sea moss. Somebody recently messaged me yesterday saying that they feel so much better. They were so sick, they feel so much better from taking the elderberry sea moss. Um,
Okay, so is a combo product, or is it something you buy together and make it a combo? You're saying?
I'm saying you can do either. I have it as a sea moss, and I also have the powder if people just want to make elderberry tea or something like that. It's very good for your immune system and very good
Okay.
for like cold flu. But I will say, and you
Uh-huh.
know that a lot of this stuff is also about money, so I don't know how true it is.
Mhm.
But the experts are saying that if you get the vid and you take elderberry, it puts your body into something called like cytokinesis or something like
Okay.
that, and it's horrible for you. It's like it makes COVID 20,000 times worse. So I don't know how
Okay.
true that is, but on my Instagram I have like a guide to COVID or whatever.
Mhm.
My approach to COVID, and I have a lot of stuff that you can take, a lot of stuff you can do, and on there I have a disclaimer like just don't take elderberry with it, just don't, just to
Okay.
stay
Okay.
safe.
Okay, that's why you didn't mention it. Okay, so I should have dragged that out. Okay, so you have a lot of information. Okay, so you have a Facebook, you have an Instagram, and you have a website. So what your Instagram is Nature's Nurtures as well, right?
My Instagram is at natnerd. I don't know how to write a message in here, but it's at natnerd, NATNURT.
So it's AT or
No,
how?
at the at sign.
Oh, okay, I'm so stupid. I'm old. At Natner.
Natnurt. So the beginning letters of both.
Okay, so that is her IG. Let's put that in the chat. Okay, let me post it here. Yes, elderberry is highly rated supplement. Yeah, but during this times, it's been some studies out there that that's probably not the best route to go. So we're gonna get off of that. So at NetNert, that's our IG, and then what is your Facebook again?
It's the same thing. You can still type in that at on Facebook
Mhm.
and it'll come up.
Okay, so at NetNert again.
Hmm.
Okay, and that is the Facebook. But the main thing is, this all this is on your YouTube though, right? I mean, on your website, right?
Yeah, all of this is on my website.
Okay, yeah. So just go to her website and look at her Instagram and stuff. She has a lot of good information and stuff like that. So go check that out. Oh, the cytokine storm. I've heard about that. How bad
Yes,
it is.
cytokine storm. Yes, that.
Adrian be knowing all kind of stuff, honey. Let me see. Okay, but looks like that is it. Any last things you want to share, or how we can get in contact with you, whatever it takes, so we can give you our money, honey. We gotta keep this going. We need this.
So, I did want to say one last thing.
Mhm.
I don't have magnesium. I'm looking for a form of magnesium, but I recently came across a scientist saying that pretty much everybody in America has a magnesium deficiency, and that's one of
Mhm.
the things we need to thrive. So I just wanted to make a note to everybody get a magnesium supplement, please.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
you don't have it just yet, but it's something you mentioned we should get.
yeah, like I have it from Kroger, but just get that, get that
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna put a discount code for 20% off, and I'll make it. Is your name Tish or Trish?
Tish, Tish.
Okay, so just put in Tish as the discount code, and it'll be 20% off your order.
Oh, you hear that? Yay!
And if you have any more questions, you can just message me on Facebook or on Instagram. I pretty much respond to everyone. A lot,
Yeah,
mostly everybody that follows me message me and talks to me all the time. So
yeah. I know it's blowing you up, honey. But yes, y'all. Okay, so we can get 20% off of her product. So make sure put in Tish, T as in Tom, ISH, and y'all get a 20% off of all of her items, right? All of the items, right? Yeah.
yeah, like the entire order. Okay.
Yeah, the entire order. So that's so bomb, yeah. So yeah, make sure and check that out. Snuggle said it is melanated people's problem that they do not want to be healthy, or is it that they were taught to be not to be healthy, so everything should not be their fault? Yeah. Anyway, 20% love that. All right, y'all. So yeah, that's that YouTube life.
Okay.
Thank you, Snuggles, for being racist as usual. Anyway, or whatever you're trying to be. All right, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all enjoyed it. Was it helpful? I know we wanted this for so long, so I appreciate you so very much, Miss Kiki. I mean, I just
Thank you
admire
so
you so
much.
much. You are a young woman, and you are doing your thing. I wanted to not just
Thank you.
speak about your products, but I wanted to speak about your entrepreneurial journey. So the pandemic has been very hard on everybody, but out of something bad, something great came up, and that's how we should aspire to think and be as well. So like I said, I'm an older woman, but I appreciate. I know the journey is not easy. I'm trying to do
No.
my own thing, and I'm trying day by day to try to make it happen. So I admire where you are and how you got it done. So I appreciate you so much for sharing and
Thank
being with us
you.
today.
Thank you. I appreciate the platform. It's my first time ever going live. I got such a fear of speaking. So I'm like, let me just do it.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad, was it? It was pretty cool. Like I said, it was just like a conversation. So, and you know your stuff. That's the thing. When you know your stuff, even if you have a fear of speaking, it don't even matter. So, I
Yeah,
give
it
a
wasn't
life
bad.
said thank you for sharing information that will help us improve our health. And
Y'all
on
are
that,
welcome.
and
Thank
that,
you so much for listening.
yeah, and on that note, y'all have a good day. I'll check y'all out tomorrow.
Stay healthy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your trademark punchline?
It's if you need healing, look to the earth. But I always say stay healthy after I get done talking to people.
Okay. If you need
So
to
stay
stay
healthy.
healthy, look to the earth. Right. Uh-oh, they say, get it, girl. Okay. They love you. I followed you on IG. Y'all make sure and follow her on IG and Facebook if you have it. They give you class. Very helpful. That's very helpful. Thanks for the info. Remember, she said get the magnesium and stay healthy and look for the earth for your healing because that's where everything starts from God and the earth. So either way, I appreciate you very much, Miss Kiki, for the millionth time. And you'll be seeing me use my discount code 20% off Tish from Miss Kiki at Nature's Nurture. And y'all, let's really support our Black businesses, okay? All
Thank
right. I
you.
take care, and I appreciate you so much, Miss Kiki.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Hey guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Y'all, did y'all enjoy it or what? Can can we be ratchet now? I'm just joking. Oh, all right, guys. Well, we'll see you back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a live again tomorrow. So we'll hopefully, yeah, discount. Oh yeah, thank you. Let me put that up. Discount code. Let me see if I can spell it. Discount. Let me see. Discount code and put in. Thank you, my Vivid Life. Let me see. Tish. Tish. And you get 20% off. Let me see, where is it at? Anyway, or y'all just we talk about it. Y'all we see each other like every day almost, right? So let me see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, discount code and just type in my name and y'all get 20% off the entire order. Y'all like that? Y'all know y'all like it ratchet. Come on, stop it. Yeah, yeah, just stop it. Y'all know y'all want to wild out. Let me stop because my mom is watching, so I have to be a good girl today. That was wonderful, and her website is really resourceful place. Yeah, she's good. She's a young woman too, and she's getting it. She's really doing it. So, but either way, I appreciate y'all, and I'll check out later. Take care. I appreciate y'all joining me. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.